Hello everyone and welcome back. Today I am going to do a super exciting video for everyone who is a bit bored of Animal Crossing or who is new to Animal Crossing and doesn't really know what to do in the game and has been doing it for a bit. So I'm going to be sharing with you tips on what to do in Animal Crossing when you are bored, and this is going to be how to make some bells or just have fun and spend a couple of hours in Animal Crossing. I've even purchased the hip reaction collection so I can now sit and talk to you while I am sitting down, which is so amazing. I'm so happy. So let's get started and let's go. So to start us off is number one, you can listen to Isabelle's announcements. Most of the time she has nothing to tell you, but sometimes she has things like today where we have a visitor at the campsite. She also tells you when you have meteor showers, when you can wish on stars, and when Celeste is maybe going to appear. She will also tell you if there is a lucky day, if she is feeling lucky, therefore it might be a good idea to plant more bells in the ground when you see that sparkly thing, which we will get to a bit later, and you will have more bells appear on the bell tree. So that is what I would suggest for your number one tip. The second tip is right next to us, which is always collect your message bottle. So this, it will appear on your beaches, and when you open it up, it has a little message here which is really cute. Sometimes it says from different villages that you don't actually have on your island, but it'll have DIY recipes for you as well. And if you time it right, you can get 2 in one day, and you can Google how to get that, but it's really cool. So you can open it up and it will appear which one you have. Sometimes you will already know the DIY, which is a bit of a pain. It doesn't always give you a brand new DIY, but I do not know this DIY, so that is good. So it's always worth looking at the message bottle to see what it is. Number 3 is check your mailbox, because more often than not you always have new mail. As it is a Sunday, today it was from the Happy Home Academy, and sometimes they give you free gift. This one is just a home design hint that tells you think about chairs, tables, beds, wardrobes and closets, because I haven't done anything to my house, I haven't decorated it, so it's just giving you handy tips. Sometimes villagers will send you random mail and presents as well, so it's always a good idea to check your post. So we're just going to go see our campsite villager, which was our number 1 tip when listening to Isabelle. So I'm just going to go see who that is, because I'm quite curious. Oh, it's Violet. Okay. Okay, no. Sorry, sweetie, no. Anyway, back to the tips. We'll pretend we didn't see Violet. Sorry. The next one is find any fossils that are in the ground, because you can hand them to blathers for your museum, or you can sell them. They are worth quite a lot of bells, so it is always a good idea to run around and find those fossils that are in the ground, because if you are in need of some bells and don't want to give them to your museum or have finished the museum, it is always a good idea to just hand them over to Nook's Cranny, because I will put them in the drop-off box so you can see, because they are worth a few bells. They are worth 80 bells each, so you get 5 of them each day, so when you rack that up, that's quite a lot of bells each day. And then tip number 5 is what I spoke about earlier, is, oh hi Daisy May, is the bells that are in the floor. So this glowy bit here, if you can just see it behind the trees, I'll move over a bit, is the bells that appear randomly on your island. They'll appear anywhere on your island, and they are bells that grow in the ground. So you shovel them up and you will automatically get 1,000 bells. So you could leave it like that, but I will recommend that you put some bells back into the ground. You can put as many bells as you want, up to, I think it's about up to 10,000 bells you can put back into the ground, but I don't generally put that much back in. I'll put 2,000 for now. So I'll put 2,000 bells back in, but if you can at least put the 1,000 bells back into that glowy hole, you will then get a little tree sprout that grows back in. Now you can choose to move this tree sprout or you can leave it where it is. It's completely up to you, but I am going to move it so you can just dig it back up and then cover the hole like it was never there in the first place. And I am going to move it to here. So once it's in your inventory, it looks like this. It's called a nursery money tree and you can plant it wherever you like. And once it's fully grown, it gives you bells. So it's kind of a lucrative option for you if you need bells, and it's a good thing to do every single day. And you can grow some really cool looking trees if you don't like your native fruit or just the hardwood trees on your island. Number 6 would be to interact with the visiting NPCs that come to your island. So today I have Daisy May, which is quite good because you can also turn this into number 7, which would be to try the stalk market, which is the turnip stalk market. So you could buy some turnips. Today on my island there are 105 bells, which is really high, to be honest. They range from like 90 bells to like 110, I think ish, but you can sell them in Nook's Cranny on your island for I think up to 600 bells, so you can try and make a profit on them, which is quite good. But you'll have visiting villagers every single day and they can change. They can be Kix, who sells bags and shoes. It can be Label, who asks you to change into different clothes. You can have Celeste, who gives you different DIYs regarding the shooting stars. You could have Red, who gives you different art pieces. So it's always good to have a look to see who your visiting NPC is. Next up on the list is hitting rocks, and this one is quite good because you always have a money rock on your island. So if you hit the rocks just to grab your materials that you need, so this one only gave me stones, which is a bit sad, but I'll grab this one. And then over here I have another rock, so hopefully this is the money rock. Yes, so here we are. Here's my money rock here. So this one gives you money, which is quite handy, so that isn't too bad. And it's good to get resources like iron nuggets and the golden nuggets. The golden nuggets can sell for quite a lot of bells, so that is a good way to get your bells up if you need them. Or it can also craft the coveted golden items that you might want, like the golden net or the golden slingshot. So it would be useful to have those eventually when you get further on into the game. The next thing you can do is just clean up your island. So I've got a few things on here along my beach which I shouldn't really have, so I can clean up these. I left some tools along here. I've got all of this stuff here which I can clean up. I mean, I've got some weeds here which, I mean, I don't know why. My pockets are full already, so I could clean out my inventory and sort that out. Like I've got a DIY bench that I'm carrying around which I don't need to, so I can put that back where it belongs. So things like that. You can always tidy up your island, and it always helps towards your star rating. To get the top 5-star rating, you can't have any more than 5 dropped items on your island. So clearly I have more than 5 dropped items already just here, so I will never get my 5 stars regarding this here. So what I generally do is put all of the resources like the stone and the clay and the wood I will put that in my inventory in the house, and anything else, I generally have a hoarder's pile, to be honest. I know it doesn't sound great, but if you watch my other YouTube videos, I talk a lot about the hoarder's pile, and you probably laugh along with me when I shove things in the hoarder's pile, because it doesn't count if the things are placed rather than dropped. So that is a little tip for you. If you want to hoard things but don't really know where to put them, you can place them rather than drop them. Oh, Eugene's checking out the painting. Yes. You can also clear up some of the weeds because they are a menace. Weeds don't count to your 5-star rating because weeds are like a decoration. So if you want to place them strategically on your island, not like this in a pile of just random mess, then you can do so. But as I haven't cleared any of this area at the moment, you can just kind of tidy it up and clean it, because as you terraform, it will kind of get rid of them. But if you want to save them to strategically place them eventually, then pick them up before you terraform, because otherwise you'll just lose them. The next tip I am going to give you, which some of you might not know, is if you shake the trees, you need to shake all of the trees on your island. Obviously they will drop tree branches, but you have a chance of them dropping bells for you, and also you'll get up to 3 items that the trees will drop every single day. It doesn't happen on the bamboo trees or the coconut trees for some reason. I do not know why. So this tree has dropped 100 bells, so you can pick that up. It also has a chance of spawning wasps, and I am rubbish at catching the wasps, so you will see me get stung quite a few times. But if you go around and just shake your trees, and it won't happen on the fruit trees either, it's just the hardwood trees and the cedar trees. Oh, so we got a wasp here, so if you time it correctly, no. I told you I'm awful. I can't catch wasps at all. Oh, there we go. Okay, so this is a pop-up toaster. Oh, I have to drop something, don't I? There you go. The next thing you can do is look at your Nook miles. So I got some Nook miles for catching the wasps, so I got 300 for that. You can collect the Nook miles, which is a good thing for your Nook Miles tickets if you want to go villager hunting, or to go to the Nook stop to get any of the items that the Nook Miles might need. So we'll go check that out in a second. But you can also press the plus button on your Joy Control, and it gives you some extra Nook Miles that you might do for everyday items. It's quite intuitive actually, because it changes depending on what you do on a daily basis. So you can grow fruit trees, plant bamboo shoot, plant trees or shrubs, and bells for selling items, and tender flowers. So this is what it thinks I do on a general basis, but if you swim a lot and catch bugs, it will change to that, or if you talk to villagers a lot, it will do that. It's quite responsive and that kind of thing, and I really like that about the Nook Mile system. It's really, really good. So we will go check out the Nook stop, because that is my other tip, because you get extra points for checking the Nook stop every day. So this is the Nook stop. It is in the resident services, and as you can see on there, it's once per day. You get a bonus of, if it's one day you get 50, and then it goes up and up to reach 7 days. I think it's 500 bonus miles, and that racks up pretty quickly if you do it every single day for days and days and days. So if you want to redeem your Nook miles, they do some really good things on here. You can change your hairstyles and hair colors. You can get different fences, and different DIYs and also different items, and then right at the bottom you can get some different Nook ink items here if you don't know what to spend your Nook miles on. They also have the Nook shopping here. This changes daily as well, so you can have a look in here to see if there's anything that you would like to buy. I actually do want this portable record because it is black and red and I don't have one at the moment, so I'm going to get that. And last but not least, the other tip is put as many bills as you can in this ABD savings account, because every month it gives you interest. So it's not amazing interest, but it is better interest than you just putting it in your house or keeping it in your pocket. Obviously keep some in your pocket because you're gonna want to spend it in places, but it does give you some interest just like a savings account would do in the real world. So it's a really good thing to do. It gives you a couple hundred bells, so it's nothing to shake a stick at. The next thing you should do while you're here is check this recycling box. Some things you would put in yourself, but other things like these cardboard boxes and these flooring and wallpapers and these rusted parts are put in by villagers that have moved out of their houses or moved into their houses. They get put in the game automatically, so there might be something that you actually want in here. It stores up to 50 things as well, so that you can store a lot of things. You can store things in here that you want to store in yourself as well. So if you are terraforming and you want to store something that you want to grab later on, there is this button here. If I open it up, so you open it up and you request cleanup of any items that you want to put in the recycling bin, and they will automatically go in the recycling bin. That is a good way to store your items if you don't want them in your house or on your island. The next tip is going to Nook's Cranny and Able Sisters to do some shopping. So we will do that now because I do need some medicine for my poor face. So this is Nook's Cranny. If you didn't know, it has Timmy and Tommy. Mine isn't upgraded, but after you spend so much bells in the shop, it becomes upgraded and you get more items and a seasonal display in this left hand side here. But what if you might not have known or might have forgotten is in this cabinet here. I will just purchase the medicine while I'm here. Okay, I took the medicine. I bought it and took the medicine. So if you press the right controller, you have some wallpapers and floorings, and they change daily as well. So it might be worth seeing these and having a look to see if you want to buy any of them. You do get more options when your Nook's Cranny is upgraded as well, so that is a good idea to keep an eye out. And in Able Sisters, you can go talk to Sable, as she gives you DIYs and gives you stories, which is quite nice. And you can go check in the fitting room to see if there is anything that you would like to purchase, as these change every day as well. For the next tip, we're going to start all the way in this corner of the island because we are going to pick up some shells. And this tip is really good because if you pick up all the shells along your island, it is going to give you so many bells. And honestly, the amount of bells you get from this is ridiculous. I know some people don't do this and I wonder why people do this, but you do honestly get like enough bells to support you through the day. What I would do is not necessarily use the drop-off box as well, because the drop-off box does take a percentage off of the total, so it's 2,672. If we were to go into Nook Crannies now and ask Timmy and Tommy, they give us a lot more. So I mean, I will double check just so you can see it again. So yes, it is a lot faster, it's a lot quicker, you can see the total. But honestly, Timmy and Tommy give you a lot more bells if you go in and just take the time to speak to them. They would give us, I think, 3,300. So if you take anything away from this, take away from the fact just taking the time to speak to them will give you a lot more bells. What I do is I leave the items that are in the inventory that I want to sell outside of the shop. So I've got my inventory empty, then I will do all my other daily tasks, make sure my inventory is empty enough for the next day, and then the next day go sell all these items when the shop is open. The next thing you can do is go talk to your villagers and go into the villagers' houses because they do DIYs as well. So oh, Lobo's ill. Oh, look at him, everyone. He's sick. Oh, he just sneezed. Oh, we need to go get him some medicine. I'll be back, Lobo. What I was going to say was that if you visit the villagers that are in their houses, like 3 times a day, villagers will be doing DIYs. So morning, afternoon and evening. So if you time it correctly, you can get up to 3 DIYs from villagers. And I was going to see if Lobo was doing a DIY, but he's actually sick. Poor thing. If you give them gifts, it will help you get that coveted photo with them. There is pictures and infograms and things that you can Google to help you get the reputation up. But talking to the villagers every day will help you get those reputations with them. Lobo is my only dreamie that I have on my villager, so Lobo is the only villager that I want to talk to at the moment. But he's the only one that I want to keep, so I'm ignoring all my other villagers. We'll quickly go in some houses and see if the villagers are doing some DIYs, I guess. This is Admiral's house. I haven't been inside, but Cole's here, enjoying the fan. I haven't shown you Cole move in yet, have I, on my island? I invited Cole because he was a campsite villager, and I haven't actually shown you all this house or him in person, and I'm so sorry. Just a side note from this video. That is Cole, everybody. Say hi. We can't go in his house though because he's obviously here. Yeah, so this is Cole's house, but it's not exactly what I want. The theme on the island is like a dark jungle theme, so eventually all the houses are going to be like really black houses and like dark characters. So he does fit the dark character, but not like the black house, unfortunately. Oh, here we go. So Sally is crafting. So we can go up to Sally and see what she is crafting. You haven't been around for a while. I haven't, no. I haven't spoken to Sally in a month. Oh my god. I don't want to get to know you, Sally. I just want you DIY. I'm sorry. Oh, a log chair. I don't think I've got that. Have a look. Have I got the log chair? No, I haven't. Da, 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 da. And then the last tip I want to give you is you can water your flowers if you put them in like diagonal rows, like this one here and these here. Again, if you go on Pinterest and things like that, there are like infographics you can look at and pictures of how to display your flowers in a way that will give you these hybrids, which are really good. But I got all these flowers from a video from Nook's on. I will put that in the right hand corner for you to have a look at, because that was an amazing video. I had so much fun doing that video. But yeah, you can have these amazing hybrid flowers. So what you do is you start off with like red, yellow and white flowers, I believe. I can't remember, to be honest. And you water them and eventually you get these amazing hybrid colours and varieties of the different roses and hyacinths and mums and things like that, and they just look amazing. I love the different varieties you can get of these flowers. But the awesome thing is you get different bugs that appear on the flowers as well, so they are super cute around your island. At the moment, this is where I'm keeping them. Oh, I've got a honeybee there, which is cute. This is where I am keeping them for now, like my hoarding area of flowers, until I put them around my island or find a better spot for them. And also you can get other players to water them as well, or your friends to water them. It ends up being 3 times quicker to flower if you get friends or other players to water your flowers. They will blossom quicker if other players water your flowers. I don't think villagers count. Villagers will water the flowers, but I don't think that counts towards a bonus for them. I hope you enjoyed those tips for enjoying Animal Crossing when you get bored, and let me know in the comments below if you knew any of those or if any of those were new to you. Please give this video a big thumbs up and subscribe if you are new, if you like these Animal Crossing videos and would like to see these in the future. I love making Animal Crossing videos, and it would help this channel out so much if you could subscribe and leave a comment below of what Animal Crossing videos you would like to see next. And as always, click on the right to see more Animal Crossing videos here on Rainfall Island, and have a fantastic rest of the day wherever you are, and I will see you all in the next one. Bye! Oh, there's a wasp. Okay, run away, run away, run away. I got them! Yes. Oh my god, more wasps. More wasps!